day in Australia. First time ever being over here. Borrowing a board. And we're gonna get out there. First time in the water here. Everyone's wearing a wetsuit. I think it's overrated, so we're just sending it just in the board shorts.
It's starting to pick up. Look at that right over there.
All right, gonna give it a go. See how long we last before I'm freezing.
Go ahead, jog down, warm up, jog down.
Gets to you when you're trying to paddle around, yeah. Like when I needed that like extra boost, or when I'd stand up on a wave, I just didn't have that surfing strength, and now I'm freezing.
Look at me. Your eyes are like so bloodshot red. It's open up. Okay. Crazy. I wonder how cold the temperature actually is.
Little stop. All right, so the no wetsuit surfing over in Sydney wasn't the worst at first, but honestly after 20-25 minutes my body was so numb I didn't even have the strength to paddle or anything, and I definitely feel my body starting to shut down, not liking that level of cold for that long. But now we're over here on the Gold Coast, first time over here as well, and borrowed a surfboard. Borrowed a wetsuit this time that's in the bag, gonna throw that on, and yeah, there's a couple little peaks out there, so we'll see if we can get something.
Let's do it. Have you ever used a full wetsuit in your life?
I think I used the
spring suit.
Yeah, spring suit.
So this is your very first full wetsuit experience.
Years ago.
What size is this thing? Well, you borrowed it from a guy who's almost pretty much the same height as you, so it should work. Check out the blue, black trim. Should be good to go.
All right, try to get a wave or something.
Go for it. Maybe go a little bit to your right, less people.
What is up, everyone? So I am currently in Bali, Indonesia. First time visiting Asia or any part of the world over here. So pretty exciting stuff. And before getting here, shortly after getting here, I was hearing all about Bali belly and it being a pretty common, famous thing to get here. And I kind of wrote it off as like, oh yeah, probably be fine. Sure enough, a few days after getting here, got it just after eating food at a local cafe. About 3 days of just pretty much not going anywhere, just trying to recover, not eating much. And finally today, getting back to normal and doing good. But the reason we're out here is for a bit of a surf trip, so we're gonna try to score some waves out here. But didn't bring any boards because it just doesn't make sense to travel with boards all the way from Costa Rica because of how much it costs. It'll just add up so much between all the flights. So today we found a local surf shop, well, not a local one, but an Almeric Channel Island surf shop, looked around a few places, and we were able to find some boards. So picked up this Almeric. This is a Happy Traveler 6'4" by 2 5/8, well, by 19 1/2 and 2 5/8. and it has 34.3 liters of volume. So pretty happy with finding this volume and these dimensions. Took a bit of searching around, but the last time got a fresh board was 3 years ago, back in 2021, and that was a Resonate from a local shaper down in Costa Rica. So pretty excited to have picked this up, and this out here cost $580, which compared to back home, if you could even find a board like this in Almeric, it's probably going to be going for over $1,000. So just for the comparison, that is one of the really nice things that I've noticed about over here in Bali, and it's pretty famous for, is how much cheaper a lot of things are. I mean, the food, transportation, places to stay, everything is pretty cheap. And yeah, I'm still kind of recovering, so kind of a little bit out of it, but pretty amped up to have picked up this board. So brand new off the rack, doesn't have anything on it yet, so gonna throw it together and just a little breakdown of what we're putting on it. By the way, just to get a little better look at the board, this is a thruster future fin setup, and came with these rails already painted black, which looks pretty clean in my opinion. But we're gonna be throwing on there this FCS Felipe Toledo. And by the way, disclaimer, all this was purchased, none of this was given. I'm not saying any of these brands are better or worse, this is just what I'm using, just kind of sharing that. FCS Felipe Toledo traction pad. Gonna be cleaning the board with some rubbing alcohol first. I'll always do that to get any like little residue off, that way the pad sticks. We're going with some John Future fins. These are the large. FCS leash and some foo wax. So yeah, let's get her assembled. So we're out here in Bali, Indonesia, in Canggu, more specifically, and here is the whip that I've rented a scooter for $9 a day, super cheap, and it gets cheaper if you rent it long term. But this is just the best, easiest way to get around. There isn't really Uber, and there is an Uber equivalent for here, but it's a guy on a scooter that shows up to pick you up and you just hop on the back. But I tried that and that was sketchy, so I feel much better driving. Today, gonna go fill up the whip with some gas. She's pretty empty. And then Small World, a friend from the same town in Costa Rica that I live, he lives out here now, so gonna meet up with him to go hit a quick workout at this gym called Obsidian and maybe grab a bite to eat. So let's go. Let's take a look at how these roads are. Also, first time driving on the left side of the road. I thought it would take more adjusting to, but I feel like I jumped into it pretty quickly. First day of driving the scooter, you get used to it pretty quickly. Plus everyone's driving in the left side of the road, so you just kind of go with the flow of traffic. No big deal. All right, let's get it. Out here at the gym Obsidian, just hit a little pump, bit of calisthenics, about to jump in the cold plunge. Yeah, almost every gym here has a cold plunge. I'm used to like cold plunges being so hard to come across.
Every gym here, even sauna, Bali,
Bali's up with the times. Like in the States, hardly any gyms have a cold plunge for some reason.
So I know for breakfast I got 30 grams of protein.
And we set sail, leaving Bali. Said we were at Canggu for about a week, and we are setting sail for Kuta, Lombok, the island of Lombok. About a 4 to 5 So we have made it to Kuta, Lombok. Lombok is the island just next to Bali, and Kuta is the more specific town that we're in. Pretty excited and just nice to not be sick anymore, not be puking, so that's a win. First things notice, well, we just got in here last night. It was a mission to get over here. We took the slow ferry, which was about a 7-hour ferry ride, and then about an hour and a half drive from where the ferry let us off to Kuta. So it was a mission. Probably the fast ferry is the move, and probably what I'd recommend for anyone else trying to go from Bali to Lombok. But you know, we wanted to do the slow ferry experience. Anyways, here is the crib. Pretty nice little villa out here. And we just rented these 3 scooters for getting around, and we got some board racks. So hopefully we're gonna get some food and then check out. I'm gonna check out a surf break that we were recommended nearby, and then maybe grab the boards and get over there. All right, it is our 3rd day in Kuta, Lombok, and we are on our way. Got the boards in the taxi, and we're driving
Desert Point.
to Deserts, the famous mythical place with crazy barrels. To left, shallow, sharp reef, pretty advanced wave.
Which means we have to surf our backside.
And yeah, so we're both regular, so we're gonna be surfing backside, grabbing a rail, hopefully just getting shacked out of our mind. Not to hype it up over too much, but pretty pumped up. And maybe we can get some clips from the beach. We'll have to see. But swell looks promising. Tide's gonna be dropping. Low tide's around 5 p.m. It's currently 9:44 a.m. and it's
In my backpack.
and it is it's a 2-hour drive from here. The brother driving. The other brother, passenger seat. The boards back here. round two. First impression of Desert Point. There's definitely quite a bit of people all at the one peak, so that's the tricky part. And yeah, all right, now I have the GoPro. Kind of wanted to get a feel for the wave before going back out with the GoPro. But got a few closeout barrels, haven't made it out of any. See if we have some better luck this time. Session at Deserts complete. Got chopped up on the roof. Feet are all went through the cheese grater. All, you can't see it too much now, but all nice and chopped up. Surfing, that's what happens when you surf through shallow reefs to try to get barrels. Didn't make it out of any, but got a few. Pulled into a few barrels, got closed out, got dropped in on, went over the falls. Yep, everything. But it was a good experience. I was hoping to make it out, in and out, but it just didn't happen. We're gonna have to come back, make that happen in the future. Yeah, that's a wrap for this session. And the crowds were pretty gnarly. When I first went out, it was kind of a higher tide, and there was only a couple guys out. And then as the tide dropped, that's when the barrel gets the best. I counted about 50 guys all out there fighting, you know, a little spread out, but all pretty much fighting for the same peak. And, you know, that's a mixture of locals, people who have a lot more experience here. Koa Smith was out there, a couple other, it was like a group of guys.
Yeah, there's a few
pros, well-experienced guys out there all fighting for the wave. So, no easy spot. Definitely more advanced than what I'm used to, but that's what it's about. Just checking out this gym in Kuta, Lombok, called Loka Gym. Pretty sweet MMA area, calisthenics, some equipment. 3 cold plunges. This one at 11 degrees Celsius. And then mineral pool over there. And then if you're feeling real spicy, you got this cold plunge, which is sitting at 0 degrees Celsius. Freezing, actually freezing. And then if you're feeling insane, we got this one over here that's basically mostly ice. Crazy. I'm gonna have to get in that one just to do it. But this is a sick cold plunge setup. 3 options depending how you're feeling. And then, of course, the sauna behind me. Absolutely crazy. This one thing I've noticed about Indo is the cold plunges. No, the gyms are on point. Nearly all the gyms I've been to have cold plunges. Most of the world is not with the times yet. They don't have cold plunges at the gyms. I don't know what they're doing, but Indo knows what's up. They're up. They are living in 2024, where this is the benefits are undeniable. So yeah, time to get in. We are on our way to Maui. Got all this fruit from this guy for about $5 right here at the beach, and I have never seen a pineapple cut in such a way. That is a first. Alright guys, we have made it to Maui. A couple of nice sets coming in. I'm gonna try to get some footage from the beach.
So we went over there and it actually was bigger than I expected.
Got sunscreened up. I woke up with an ear infection today, so started putting the antibiotic ear drops, and I'm wearing earplugs to prevent more water getting in there. But it's a pretty nice looking waves. Excited to get out. As far as the board, we are surfing a 6.0 dumpster diver. Got the FCS2 Almeric barge.
There we go. There we go.
That's a solid wave. That wasn't a little wave.
Could you pass me the wax, please?
Crazy. It's fun, right? Not a single other person out. Wow, swell is. Woo! Look at these nice ones. Wow. Really scored this spot. There's no one else out. Wow. What a score coming out here. Wow, it's crazy. It's clean rights. Not too many people. No one.
Might have touched the bottom.
The wrap up today, surfing what's this? Serangan Beach. Yeah. All right, everyone, that is going to be a wrap for the first video in Indo. First week was a madness, was mostly sick, just getting recovered and straightened out from that. Bali belly is no joke. But then we got over here to Kuta Lombok, been surfing a bunch of fun waves, got some fire sessions, found some uncrowded waves, got dragged across the reef, dinged my board, all types of stuff, but it's been one hell of a good time. And all I can say so far from my first impression out here in Indo and Kuta Lombok is just really, really cool, pretty place, nice people, really loving the prices. Nearly everything so far has been cheaper than what I've experienced in the States or in Costa Rica, so that's been very, very nice. The people, super helpful, super kind. I've showed up to waves for the first time, and there's a bunch of locals out surfing, and they're super friendly. You know, of course, you know, when you show up to a place and be respectful, they're much more likely to be, you know, nice and respectful to you back. So always remember that when you're going to surf at a new wave, going to a new place, and there's locals there that have grown up there. You know, I think some people show up to places with the wrong attitude. Show up to a wave, act like you own the place, just start paddling around everyone, acting like, then, you know, you're gonna get treated a certain way, and that's totally on you. So don't do that. And yeah, that's a wrap for this video. Gonna be going, next video is gonna be the continuation of the trip. Got something pretty excited for tomorrow morning. I'll give you a hint. I needed a certificate to be certified in something to be able to do what we're doing tomorrow morning, and I got certified for that not too long ago, so that's going to be pretty fun. Hopefully going to see some cool stuff, and yeah, just thanks for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed coming along as much as I've been enjoying out here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.